Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another live stream. Hello, how is everybody doing today? Good morning or good day, depending on where you're from. Time to get another New York AM session in. Very excited to get back on here with you guys. How is everybody doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good day, depending on where you're from. How's everybody's day going so far? How's everybody's week going so far? Good morning, Saju. Good morning, Tatiana. Good morning, Islam. Good morning, JDM. Good morning, Uturo. Good morning, Systems Revolution. Good morning, FX Trades. Good morning, Mario. Good morning, HMH. Good morning, Trader Kyra. Good morning, Emran. Good morning, Festus. Good morning, Voss. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, Mint. Good morning, Ralph. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Sam Soar. Good morning, Francis. Good morning, Yassine. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Zyro. Good morning, Mike. Ennie, what's up? Juan, what's up? Naryman, what's up? Jesus, what's up? Irfan, what's up? Good morning, Nay. Good morning, Ahmed. Good morning, Gaetano. Good morning, Blah. Good morning, JT. Good morning, Lewis. Good morning, Zach. Imran, what's up? Justin, what's up? Arsad, what's up? JR, what's up? Good morning, Mark. Good morning, The Average Moving Forward. Good morning, GRF. Good morning, Apollo. Good morning, Troy. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, Marcos. Good morning, Armando. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Parky. How's everybody's day going? How's everybody's week going so far? Good morning, Dan. Good morning, Trade with JC. How's everybody doing today? Just taking a minute to say hi to the community, see how everybody's week is going before we get into any information. Huge CPI this morning, which we will talk about. Just taking some time to say hi to the community and welcome everybody to the stream. Let's see how everybody's week is starting off so far. Throw a 1 in the chat if you're green on the week. Throw a 2 in the chat if you're red on the week. Throw a 3 in the chat if you have yet to trade this week. Hopefully everybody's week is going well. We'll get into the information here shortly. Just want to say hi to the community, see how everybody's doing. Lots of news this week. Get over to the economic calendar. Looks like there's a huge combination of both red and green. Sounds about right. That is the definition of day trading. Let's make sure that our mental is on point. Let's make sure that we can remain objective to the information. Whether you are green or red on the week, you cannot allow prior experiences to deter your ability to engage with the market. Yesterday's experience was yesterday's experience. Today, it's time to focus. You have to start every single day with a clear slate. You have to show up and focus on working hard every chance you get. Don't let prior experiences determine your future results. Take every day, one day at a time. Focus on working hard. Focus on discipline. And focus on patience. We have to be a student of the market every single time we show up to the market. We have to be willing to continue to learn and work every single week, no matter the prior results. This business, losing is inevitable. You cannot allow losses to deter your future experience. You will experience losses. You will experience wins. You will experience times of no trades at all. You are going to get every single type of result, and that is why I'm saying you have to be objective to those results. Objective meaning you have to be able to learn from both winners, losers, and days where you don't take trades at all. We have to be students of the market. We have to be relentlessly working and learning every single week. Because conviction is built through experience. Okay, so don't let any prior results deter future experiences. No matter where you stand on the week, red or green, or no trade at all, find discipline in your model today. Strictly manage your risk at all times. Never allow your mental to get tilted to the point where you blow up. We have to have the emotional intelligence and mental intelligence to always have control over our actions. Let's get 1% better every single day. Before we get into the information, do me a favor, like the video, sub to the channel. That way you know when I go live. We go live every single week. And if you're looking for any type of more direct communication with me, go to the description of this video and check out the Discords that we have. Outside of these live streams, we spend the majority of our time in the Discords. Now let's take a look. We had CPI this morning. You'll see it very clearly once we get to the chart. because CPI is our most volatile news event. A lot of people were capable of expediting accounts, and we're going to talk about that before we get into our game plan. Okay, so here you can see it very clearly, right? 8:30 news driver, 8:30 news candle. Look at how volatile the CPI release is. All right, let's go down to a 1-minute chart. And you get, what is this? 21,000 to 21,200. You get a 200-point candle in 1 minute. A 200-point candle in 1 minute. Okay, so in terms of expediting, expedite, the word itself literally means to do something in a quicker time than you would have. Right? Shorten the period of time that it takes to do something. That's what expediting is. Okay, so for people that have a defined model and have proven data showing that they are profitable traders, what is the point of staying in an eval? If you've proven to yourself from prior results, you have data, you have a track record showing that you can execute a certain model and that you're profitable in doing that, in my opinion, there's no reason to stay in an eval. And that's why we look to expedite evals. When we're expediting evals, we are looking to take advantage of volatility. And you're looking at volatility right here. Okay, so each time we look to expedite, we have been working with the day trading realtor. If you would like to go check out his YouTube, he does a phenomenal job using the one shot, one kill method, in which we look to capture volatility. So using evals, 30 seconds before large news events like CPI or NFP, we look to straddle the market. Right? We set buy stops above price, and we set sell stops below price. Only a couple seconds before a large impact news driver, which, in my opinion, I would only use CPI or NFP to expedite. We did that this morning. Once again, if you go check out the Day Trading Realtor on YouTube, you will see that during non-farm payroll, during CPI, we're live streaming our expediting of evals. You'll see that this morning, he passed his eval by straddling the market just like this. Notice how there's no stop loss here. Notice how you only see the entry and the profit. That's the purpose. We are looking to pass the eval in one trade. Okay, so we're going close to max size of contracts, and we are aiming for the full profit target. And when you get a very directional, one-sided move like CPI, you're passing an eval within seconds. It literally takes 1 or 2 seconds for you to pass an eval. If this is something of interest to you, you must know that this is only for passing evals. Once we pass the eval, we go right back to very strict risk management and abiding by our models. We go right back to trading our model. This is only for evals. This is also only for the individuals that have a proven track record. If you need time to learn your model, if you need time to practice your model, then do not do this. This is only for people that have proven track records. And lastly, is that you have to accept the risk before the risk is taken, right? If an eval is $90, whatever dollar amount the eval is, you have to be willing to lose that $90 because we are passing or failing on one trade, and this is how we do it right here. During a very large news event, meaning CPI or NFP, those are the only two that I would use. Buy stops below price. Excuse me. Let me correct that statement. When we're expediting, sell stops below price, buy stops above price. Right? We're longing if we break out to the top. We're shorting if we break out to the bottom. When we do that, we're going for the full profit target. And look at this clean delivery. I mean, this was absolutely gorgeous this morning. The amount of people that passed on this expedite was more than I can count. You set buy stops above price. This thing just shot immediately straight higher. I mean, 200 points in one candle. Absolutely gorgeous delivery. Okay, so when you see people passing evals on big news events, here you go. I just handed it to you. If you need to see more examples of the expediting process, you could either watch the student stage that I had with the day trading realtor, or you can go to his YouTube, in which we also just linked his YouTube in the chat. You could watch him do it live. Okay, so I just wanted to go over CPI real quick. CPI is only for expediting, right? Please make sure you understand that this is not for funded accounts. This is not for cash accounts. We do not do this with live accounts. This is only for evals. Please hear me loud and clear. After we expedite, we go right back to our model and find discipline in our model. So, now that CPI is over, let's start it to get into today's information. Okay? We do have a red folder, as we just explained with CPI. So, we do want to be participating on days that have red folders, and we want to be participating after that red folder occurs. That's where we're at right now. It's New York Open. The red folder already occurred. After understanding the important times, we move over to the daily chart to get a bias. When I'm on the daily chart, I'm only looking at swing highs or lows or FVGs. Those are the locations on the daily chart that provide a bias for me. Okay, so NQ on the daily chart swept a swing low. This would be our external liquidity. After sweeping the swing low, we are now invalidating a bearish FVG. Right? We are invalidating it because we're going above the bearish FVG. If the bearish FVG was being respected, we would have gotten rejected by the first portion of the FVG. Seeing that price has gone all the way through the bearish FVG is what's making me say that it's being invalidated. Okay, so same thing here on ES. So whether you're looking at NQ or ES, it's the same information. Swept out the swing low. After sweeping out the swing low, we invalidated a bearish FVG. Okay, so for those reasonings right there, I'll be looking for higher prices. Okay, so after understanding time, we then obtain a bias. After obtaining a bias, then we look for an entry function. That has been and always will be our game plan, right? If you've been working with me here on the live streams, you'll see that same game plan in every single live stream because we fall in love with the process and we allow the results to be a byproduct of it. Okay. So we'll go in looking for higher prices, which means we're looking for bullish unicorns. We always trade the same model, right? We'll look for swing high. Excuse me. Sorry for the mistake. We look for a swing low, then a swing high, then a new low, then a new high. Breaker would be found in this leg here. And we want to see an FVG aligned with the breaker. Okay, so we're already inside of a higher time frame point of interest. It was very clear displacement from the CPI candle. So you have a huge 15-minute FVG here. Right, so looking for price to rebalance portion of this bullish FVG and then create a bullish entry function to target new highs. That's what the game plan is. Okay, so we're setting the game plan and now we're looking for an entry function. Right, swing low was swept. Let's see if we displace through what would be the bullish breaker. And maybe we get an entry function here. Let's wait and watch. Let's see if we get confirmation. Why did this come out so large? Why is the... Hold on, give me a second here. What? 1,000 points. Why did that... What? That never happens. Why did that just happen? It came out as 1,000 points. Hold on. All right. Now we brought this thing back to reality. All right. Let's take a look. We'll see if we get the candle closure above the breaker. If we do, we have FVGs that are aligned with it, so it would be a unicorn. Both ES and NQ both have the setup, right? Two correlating assets should be moving the same at the same time. So we'll see. No, we didn't get the closure yet. We got to wait for the candle closure of the breaker. If we were to get the candle closure above the breaker, then this would be a confirmed unicorn. Okay, so let's see if we get the confirmation. If we get the confirmation, then this would be a bullish unicorn, and we'll look at this position here, exactly what's shown on the screen. Okay, if anybody else has any questions or comments regarding the information, we have now set a game plan. We know what we're looking for, and now we wait for an entry function that is aligned with that game plan. Now that the analysis has been complete and everybody understands the game plan, I could also answer some questions and comments. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw it in the chat now, and I'll get over to the chat. While we're waiting and watching, please do me a favor, sub to the channel, like the video. That way you guys could be notified for our next educational content or our next live streams. Yep, when I look for closures past the breaker, I'm referring to a candle body closure past the breaker. Closure means the closing of the candle. Right? There's a closing price, there's an opening price. I'm not referring to the wick of the candle. Higher time frame point of interest is the 15-minute bullish fair value gap that was created from the news candle. Higher time frame point of interest. When you are bullish, you should be using swing lows and bullish FVGs as your higher time frame point of interest. Here it is here. Bullish FVG from the news candle. Inside of that bullish FVG, we have been given a 1-minute bullish unicorn. You need to have a higher time frame level aligned with your entry function. So we got the candle closure. Let's see if the position plays out now. Now that it is confirmed, this would be the position, right? Entry, stop loss, take profit. ES has also been confirmed, so we can also mark it out here. Here, let's do this. We'll put both of them on the screen. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just organize this. Give me a couple seconds. All right, you got NQ on the left. We got ES here on the right. Let me outline ES. Okay, so this is what ES would be. All right, and here's what we have for today. We set a game plan. After setting the game plan, we have found an entry function that aligns with that game plan. Now we allow the probabilities to play out. You've completed the justifications to your actions. Right? The justifications to your actions is the game plan. Is you having a defined ability to understand time, to develop and generate a bias, to have a mechanical entry function to engage with price. Once you've completed those justifications to your actions, once you've done your due diligence, that's when you have to allow probabilities to play out. We created a game plan. We found an entry function. Now that all of those things have been defined and align with each other, we have to let the probabilities play out. So now is a time to be patient and wait for the results. As we're watching the positions, feel free to throw any questions or comments in chat, and I will go over them now. What is your win rate with this model? 2023, I had a 49% win rate. 2024, I had a 63% win rate. Please understand that win rate is contingent upon the operator, right? If I hand you a model, but your mental or emotional intelligence is not strong enough to engage with the model, then it doesn't matter what the model is. The operator is what determines the win rate, not the model. Your ability to have mental and emotional intelligence, your ability to be disciplined and patient is what creates a win rate. A model, that's just an edge to engage with price. You, as the operator, have to conduct that model. I struggle with my stop loss placement. When do I put it below the swing low? You should define where you're going to put the stop loss before you enter the position. It's a very simple decision. Here's your two options. Either it goes one or a couple points below the breaker, right here, or it goes at the swing low. Simply make that decision before you engage with price and stick to it. Both of those answers are correct, right? The only incorrect answer would be up here. No matter what, it has to go at least below the breaker. Minimally, it has to at least go below the breaker. Whether it's directly below the breaker or at the swing low is a personal preference. You just have to make sure that you position size correctly, right? Because obviously if you put it at the swing low, there will be more points. So then you have to have smaller position size. Make the decision before you engage with price and stick to it. Do you think after a 250-point move since CPI, there is enough juice for another 100-point move? I don't think, right? I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell the future. What I can do is follow the justifications to my actions. Create a game plan, execute that game plan. Price can and will do whatever it wants, whenever it wants to. Okay, so trying to predict is not a good idea. You should remain objective to price by falling in love with the process. Complete the justifications to your actions, then allow probabilities to play out. Ash, please, I was of the premise that we should remain bearish because today's candle has not closed above the bearish FVG. So a candle closure is confirmation, but you cannot ignore the current information, right? I understand that today's daily candle has not closed above the FVG, but you cannot disregard the information that we have gone above it, right? So if you want to say, we are looking at invalidation, right? You have to understand that we are invalidating the bearish FVG. And if you want to say it is confirmed that we invalidated the bearish FVG, that's when you would wait for the candle closure. You don't enter the trade until trades back down into the breaker block, correct? There's multiple ways of entering this trade. There are people that front run the breaker block, right? So people probably entered this long already. For example, throw a 1 in chat if you've entered this long already. Let's see who front ran the breaker. So front running is one option. The second option is on the initial break. A lot of people enter as we break through the breaker. So this looks like an entry here when we broke through the breaker. And this looks like a front running entry. Right? So press 1 if you're already in this long. There's many ways of entering the trade. It's once again a matter of understanding yourself and how you execute as an independent thinker. Some people wait until we retest the breaker. Some people market order the initial break. Some people front run the breaker. You have to determine for yourself as an independent thinker which one works best for yourself. And I highly advise doing your own due diligence. What I mean by that is collecting the data to understand how you best operate. Look at your prior results and say, I have a better win rate when I front run, or I have a better win rate when I wait for the retest. It's always going to come down to you being an independent thinker and knowing thyself. Understanding yourself and what works best for yourself. Right? Nobody else is clicking the button for you. It doesn't matter what I do because I'm not clicking the button for you. Right? Like, I handed out the long this morning, right? But I didn't click buy or sell for you. You still have to determine that. Just like how the people that are in this position right now, you're plus 60 points in profit, so you could be taking profits right now. I don't determine whether you take profits or not. You click the buttons. Did you trade 1 minute unicorn? 5 minute, I'm asking personal question. What? I'm a little confused. Are you talking about a 1 minute or a 5 minute? Did you trade 1 minute unicorn? 5 minute, I'm asking. If you don't mind just asking that question again, I'm a little confused here. Like, are you asking about the 5 minute or the 1 minute? If price breaks above the daily candle from January 3rd and 6th, do we have a potential unicorn? Let's take a look. January 3rd, January 6th. Very good job. That is correct, Utura. That would be a daily bullish unicorn. Very good job. Swing low. Swing high. New low. If we get a new high, that would be a bullish unicorn on the daily chart. Very good job. Ash, could you look at oil at the M5? I'm sorry, we have positions on the screen. Our focus needs to be on our position. I'm not going to be able to go over to oil right now. Hopefully you understand we are looking at a live position. Our focus needs to be on our risk. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw it in chat. I'm sorry, as I just explained, I'm not going to go over to other charts. We need to manage our risk appropriately, so we need to pay attention to ES and NQ. But if you have any questions regarding the model or today's information, please feel free to throw those questions in chat. Which one is better, 1 minute or 5 minute, according to your data? Well, my data, the most amount of losses have happened on the 1 minute chart. The majority of my losses have occurred on the 1 minute chart. The majority of my wins have occurred on the 5 minute chart. So do what you want with that information. But once again, just because I do something doesn't mean that's right or wrong for you. You have to look at your own results to understand what you best operate with. Is that a bearish unicorn now? No, I don't see any bearish unicorn on the screen. I see a bullish unicorn, the one that I pointed out. There is no other unicorn shown on the screen right now. How often is there live trading in Unicorn University? I do 4 live streams a week. Normally Monday, Tuesday are for the premium group. Wednesday is for the YouTube. And then Thursday is for the premium group. So between 3 and 4 premium live streams and 1 public. Please look at NAS 5 minute. So I'm not interested in the 5 minute. There's nothing really clean here. Right? Where's the stop hunt? Where's the breaker block? I don't see anything clean here. I'm not interested in the 5 minute. Why take the top of the breaker instead of the FVG? Well, I want the FVG to be a breakaway gap, right? The strongest form of momentum would be if this is a breakaway gap, right? The FVGs that are aligned with it. So the breaker gives that entry with allowing those FVGs to be a breakaway gap. But you prefer the 5 minute for breaker, and you told that you have to get off the 1 minute chart. Yeah, I mean, yes, I did say that. So what's the point of that comment? I'm not sure. I still agree with that. The most amount of losses for myself have been on the 1 minute chart. The most amount of wins that I've had are on the 5 minute chart. When do you cancel your position? If the trade has gone plus 2R before you've gotten a position, I would no longer consider the position. About the news model, is Apex having a minimum 7 trading days for passing evals? No, I have not seen a minimum 7 days of trading for evals. If you're talking about the funded account rules, okay, but not during eval. Anybody that's in this long, you are now looking at, what is this? So if you are in this long, I saw a bunch of people said yes. That means you front ran it, so you're probably up here at 21,290, and you're now looking at about 70 points. You need to be taking profits at this point. Hear me loud and clear. Anybody that took my long from this morning, you have to be taking profits. Okay? You're given plus 70 points instantaneously. This can no longer become a loser. It has moved in the intended direction. Be satisfied with enough and take your profits. I don't care if it goes plus 2R at this point. You're talking about plus 70 points on NQ. That would make a living. That would make an entire business. If anybody took the longs this morning, please take profits. Throw a 1 in chat if you're taking profits right now. who used the information, and if you use the information, let me know if you're taking profits. If your model forms against your position before hitting 2R, do you just bail out? No. If I'm looking at a long and I see a short, if I'm already in that position, I've already allowed the probabilities to play out. Did you change your microphone? I can finally hear you. That's funny. Let's give White Chocolate some props in the chat. He's the guy behind scenes. So he heard you guys complaining about the mic. He got right to work and fixed the mic. So I greatly appreciate White Chocolate. Thank you for all the help. That's so funny you said that because we were working on that this past weekend. I took partials, closing 70%, taking profits. Very good job, everyone. Congratulations. Very good job this morning. Yeah, that's fine. Excuse me. That's fine. If you want to close 70%, allow the last 20% or 30% to run, that's completely fine. As long as you have a stop nicely into profits, don't allow the rest of that position to go into the red. Stops nicely into profit if you're allowing some to run. Otherwise, fully close. Fully close. Another thing to understand, we've come close enough to the take profit. We've gone plus 70 points into profit. If you didn't get this position, I would no longer consider this position. So anybody that did not take this long this morning, I would no longer enter this position. The people that did take this long, congratulations, you caught a W. You need to make sure that you're taking profits. It does sound real crisp. Crispy. Does it sound good? Hopefully it sounds better because we took some time to make sure that things were set up. I also don't know if you guys see the logo. That was new too. I'm very hyped about the sound bar or whatever you want to call. The live audio in the bottom left is pretty sick. I'm not going to lie. Who likes the live audio there too? That the thing in the bottom left from the logo, that thing is awesome. Can you sing? I don't know if you guys want to hear me sing. That might not be a good sight. For that entry, did you take into consideration the wick because there was no retest to the breaker? So the thing is people front run, right? And we tested that this morning. We saw from the chat that many people took this position without seeing the retest to the breaker. That's because there's many different ways to enter a position. People enter on the initial break of the breaker. That is one form of entry. People front run the breaker. Front running means look at this wick here or look at this wick here. Front running is entering before the retest of the breaker. Or there's the limit order at the beginning of the breaker. There's many different ways to enter this model. It comes down to the operator and what they are best at executing. So, for example, the people that took the initial break of the breaker, the people that front ran the breaker, both of those people got the long entry for this morning. The people that wait for the retest to the breaker did not get the entry. There is no right or wrong answer here. The only thing I have to say is you have to understand yourself. Understand what you are best operating. And stick to that. If you want to front run the breaker, be my guest. Find discipline in that. If you want to enter on the initial break, be my guest. Find discipline in that. I'm not here to tell you what to do. You are going to have to click the buttons yourself. So, some people were able to catch the long this morning, some weren't. That's the name of the game. That's what day trading is. At this point, hear me loud and clear. You have to be taking profits. You were given plus 70 points this morning. You have to be taking profits. ES or NQ, I don't care which position you took. You are nicely green. Take your profits and be satisfied with enough. Front running seems like chasing price. Would you consider chasing? I don't front run. I wait for the retest. Call it whatever you want, but what matters is you have defined the way that you enter, and then you stick to that. I don't front run. I wait for the retest. That's the way that I operate. Guys, if you found any value in this stream this morning, do me a favor, sub to the channel, like the video. We're sitting here handing out plus 122 points to the entire audience for free here on live stream. We're doing it in real time, right in front of you. I gave you the game plan as the market opened. I executed the game plan right in front of you. If you find value in that, sub to the channel, like the video. That way that you can be notified for any upcoming live streams. Seeing that we are getting a result to our position, right? We're getting to our TP. This will be the end of the stream. I'll give another 10 to 15 minutes for any questions or comments, but at this point, the position's done. We've done our job. We've completed the justifications to our actions. You've obtained a trade. You've gotten a result to that trade. Now that your day trading is completed, that's when you move back to the sidelines. That's when you close up all the charts. You go over to the gym. Start working on health. Overtrading is not acceptable. You have to be satisfied with enough. And we've gained more than enough this morning. So if you can't control your actions and your mind at this point, with closing up the charts and doing something else for the rest of your day, then you are openly willing to ruin the hard work that you just completed this morning. Okay, so we'll do a couple minutes of questions and answers, probably about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we are going to call it a day. We created a game plan. We executed the game plan. Now it's time to go back to the sidelines and wait for the next day. Your focus and professionalism is admirable. Thanks again for hosting this wonderful educational live stream. Appreciate everything you do for us. Daryl, that was very kind of you to say that. I really appreciate that. So thank you as well. I really greatly appreciate everybody being here this morning. In my opinion, being able to learn and work together provides us more perspectives than we would have got if we did this by ourselves. So in my opinion, a collective mind is a better learning experience than if we were sitting here by ourselves. So that's why I've been documenting my journey publicly. If you've been following, I've been documenting in Discord for the past 5 to 6 years. I've been documenting on Twitter for the past year, and now I'm documenting on YouTube as well. So if any of this journey provides any valuable information to you guys, I'll be here every single week, and I would love to keep working and learning with you guys. That's why I like the lockout feature on Top Step platform. Yeah, see, if you can't control your own mind, there needs to be a physical way to take action, right? The lockout feature, right? If you can't control your own risk, make something else control it for you. No matter what, you have to be disciplined in your risk. So that's a very good idea, Tad. All right, so it doesn't look like any questions are coming across. I'll give it just a couple more minutes, but if no other questions or comments, I'm going to begin to wrap up stream. Phenomenal job this morning. We had a bullish bias. We went in looking for a bullish entry function. We obtained a bullish entry function. It provided profit. We created a game plan. We executed the game plan. Once you finish an eval for MFFU, what are the next steps? If you passed that eval, wait until market closes. They send the credentials for the funded account after the market closes. So if you passed this morning, simply just wait and keep an eye on your email. They will email you an email that says, congratulations, you passed your funded account. Here are the credentials for the funded account. So just wait for the email. You'll get it a couple hours after the market closes. Alrighty, everyone. Amazing day today. Absolutely phenomenal job. We showed up. We created the game plan. We executed the game plan. If this is something that provides value to you, like I said, sub to the channel, like the video. We do this every single week. Show up, relentlessly looking to learn and work every single week. That's what we'll be doing here. If that is something of interest to you, I will see you guys on the next live stream. I hope everybody has a great day. I want to say thank you again for everybody that showed up. I'm very grateful to be around other like-minded professionals who continue to keep working on their business every single week. I hope everybody has a great day. And until next time, I will see you on the next live stream. Have a nice day, everyone.